Welcome to C Keynotes. C's an unprecedented aerospace and defense alliance led by sub-tier suppliers, committed to accelerating supply chain performance. We're just suppliers, like you, proud of our companies, and committed to excellence. Please listen to our message at the end of this video, and thanks for watching.
Threading company, CEO, the CEO. We're right next to Continental Heat Treat, actually. We've been in business since 1947. My uncle started the company way back before I was alive. And then my dad started with the company in 1952. He's sitting right over here. And I came with the company in 1989. Next slide, please. Basically, Vescio Threading today can be broken down into 4 different segments. We are a service industry, much like Continental Heat Treat and Hickson. We service other people by threading their parts, thread grinding, and thread cutting. So they send us their parts, and we do the threading and send them right back. We also have a high production facility in Santa Fe Springs where we do automotive work and medical work on our Swiss machines. And we have some robotic machines that do the automotive work. And on that side, it runs pretty smooth. We didn't have C help us too much with that side because somebody gives you 7,000 parts. It's pretty easy a week. It's pretty easy to stay lean and stay focused and have perfect quality. And since I've worked there in 1989, we haven't had one rejection from an automotive or medical company. During that time, a program came along called JDAM, which allowed us, it was great for us from Boeing, because they really focused on being team-orientated, and it was an aerospace high production application. So we knew high production, and we knew aerospace. And we put those two together, and we did really well. And during that journey, we became Woodward HRT's #1 vendor in terms of spend. Then, during that also, we bought a lot of castings from Down Run Alloy Foundries, and one day I was at lunch with Jeff Malecki from the plant manager over there, and he invited me to see his company down there, and I was amazed how modern and professional it was down there. So we moved down there with them and machined their parts. We create a better value stream for them. So now they have castings. They don't just supply castings, they supply machine castings. And so the porosity, if there's a porosity problem, they see it right next door with us. They don't see it all the way in Japan where their biggest customer is. Then we have the reason we joined C, and that is high mix, low volume. We have, you can see the Pike Bridge in Long Beach. Somebody came to us and wanted us to make all those long tubes and thread them and bore them. That's a one-time project. The part in the middle is a Russian, very complicated ground, water jet, gun-drilled part. And then you have a Boeing foot pedal on the other side. It's hard to take all those jobs and make it lean. I mean, you can't run all those 3 in one cell, I'll tell you that. So that's why I went with C. I was really impressed when I went to Kimberly and Brea. They were very just doing low volume parts and getting it really lean. So you can go to the next slide. Those are some of our customers. As you can see, we do parts for sintered, automotive, and aerospace. Next slide, please. This is the first thing we did in the high mix, low volume was we had to align our turrets so that we could run, it took over 150 parts to make one cell at Vescio Threading. Because in that environment, you know, the customer wants 50 or 10 or whatever. So we designed a turret that could run, do all 150 parts without ever being changed. And that's the key to the lean process in the high mix area. Next slide, please. And this is our first cell we created with Jim Kemp. It went really well. We were, basically how we used to do things was we did a lathe, staged the part, put it to the other lathe, staged it. Then we staged it, went to the mill. Then we staged it, went to threading. Getting it through threading was hard because Marcelo runs that department, and he would always run other people's parts before mine. So, because they call him, you know, he's like, well, you don't call me. I'm like, start calling him using a fake name. But it was really bad, and then it was funny because the first machine he gave me didn't even work. He put it in the cell, and we had some resistance there because we turned it on, and it sounded like a battlefield, whatever. But then I had to switch it out with another Cryden that actually worked. But basically now what we do with these parts in the cell is we set up the lathe, set up another lathe, then we set up the mill, then we set up the Cryden, then we deburr the part, then we get a first article, and then there's just a one-piece flow. So even 30% of the parts that go through that cell do get heat treated, and thanks for Continental Heat Treat, and they lowered their lead time to help us, because that helps us a lot too, because a lot of the parts get heat treated and plated. And so far, all of the parts that have gone through that cell have been 2 weeks at max from start to finish, which really helped the results. And the last thing I wanted to do is just thank the consultants from C, because to me, they're really good. They're not just, some consultants, I know my brother always trashes all the consultants, he's over there. But some consultants, they're book smart and all this. But the C consultants, they've been there, they've done that. And I just wanted to thank, because they gave us, I think, the best consultants or something, because we love our consultants. So it's not just been a profitable journey, but it's been a very fun journey too. Lean is extremely fun. It breaks down all these different silos you have in your company and gets everybody to work together on one single goal, and it works out really great for us. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for watching our video. Now we want to take just a brief moment to invite you to join us. We're facing a number of challenges in today's aerospace industry. Our customers are consolidating their supply chains and putting everyone on the 3 lists: grow, maintain, or phase out. And we don't always know which list we're on. The prime contractors are reconfiguring their businesses for high-speed production, and we're expected to reconfigure ours to 100% on-time delivery and 0 PPM quality performance. Customer expectations seem to be a moving target, and global competition is having an impact on how we compete. And we have many issues that never seem to get resolved. We complain, but realistically we're only one voice on these issues, so how can we expect to be heard? And oftentimes the buyer or purchasing agent is not someone who can make a change anyway. C suppliers have identified 4 reasons why they joined C. Visibility, of course, deals directly with how we capture new business, and C is a proven master at getting visibility for C suppliers. Performance, our step-by-step roadmap, has been tested and proven by hundreds of C suppliers. Just listen to the videos on our YouTube site and you'll conclude that following the C roadmap will increase your performance dramatically. Collaboration on projects with C suppliers means working with people who speak a common language and are committed to excellence. And finally, working together, we can invite customer executives to discuss supply chain issues that slow down performance and increase cost. Together, we do have a voice. C is a nonprofit 501c6 industry alliance. It's supported by supplier memberships and sponsors. We would like to have your voice and your participation, so please go to the C website or call and join C today. Thanks for watching.